Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the R Show. Tonight we're talking about Twitter and more with CSA Pickers. And if you were watching Pickers Church today, you heard Chad make an announcement that I had a change. Well, here's the change. He owed me $5 because he bet me that I would not shave in time for the show. So, and he paid up. He wanted me to bring this up tonight. But like I said, we're going to be talking about Twitter tonight, and as usual with me, we have Mr. Cool Toads, and our
Howdy.
guest, Miss Sandra's CSA Pickers.
Hello.
So, Sandra, how have things been going since the last time you were here? Our show. Today we're talking about Twitter. Okay, who did? I know, but mine muted.
Mine just started. I couldn't mute it till it started. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, what have you been up to since you've been last time you were here? How many months ago?
Well, I'm going to estimate that it was probably around February, March, I think, that I was on the last show, because I think I kind of disappeared around March. Got off of Facebook a pretty good bit.
Well, how are things going?
Well, they're going pretty good. Sales is going pretty good now, and I took a little bit of time away from Facebook so that I could study a few ways to market our business and to try to increase sales, because I was having a time trying to get over the $800 hump there. So it took some time, but we've successfully done that now.
And you've been having your own yard sales and stuff like that?
Yes, we've continued to do that. It's been raining a lot here in Tennessee, so we have had to store a lot of that stuff as well. Talking about getting a container for the yard here so that we can, on days that it's raining, we can kind of put it in there and keep it out of my house, in other words, because I do have a basement. But the sales are going pretty good. We have local people who still stop, and they still asking for candy. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this stuff on the show before, but we were doing a lot of candy sales, and we even have like transit drivers who drive people around for a living that'll stop, and people get off the bus and they'll buy stuff. So we have regular customers that are coming to the yard sale. We're doing that almost every day that it's not raining, and my 18-year-old is running that now full-time for us.
Oh, that's good. And I take it you've been using Twitter to get those regular buyers?
Well, not for the yard sale. I have actually not mentioned anything about yard sales on Twitter. Actually, I think I've mentioned dumpster diving before on there, because I think at first when I started I was just showing some of my, I was just tweeting my dumpster diving videos. But to really say that I've mentioned yard sales, no, I haven't really done that too much. I have a page on Facebook, and we have made business cards for that, and my son hands those out. And I try to put pictures of some of the items that we're going to have in the yard sale, try to put them on the page. But trying to keep up with 10 million pages is very hard. So anyway, I have one that's called Deep Springs New and Used, and the whole idea behind the new and the used is if you have leftover eBay items, you can put them out in your yard sale. As well as we still own our sign company that we're trying to keep going or get back going. So we actually are picking up sign customers now, as I told you, from the yard sale. So that's become pretty interesting. It's an interesting way to get your other business reestablished again in a new area.
Okay. And you recently just got, let's see, your fishing license?
Yes. Well, if some of you knew about my house situation back in South Carolina, we remained South Carolinians, but as of June the 17th, we became Tennessee residents. I actually cried at the DMV. It was just a lifelong dream for me to become a resident here, and I love Tennessee. And so I had to become a resident in order for me to get a residence fishing license. So I got that, and we went fishing the other day. I posted a couple pictures. I think, maybe I didn't show the pictures here. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I posted them here. Posted pictures of us going fishing down at the dam, the Douglas Dam here. It was very, very nice down there, and I'm looking forward to going in the boat, hopefully in the fall of the year when the leaves are changing colors.
Johnny, want to do any shout-outs in the comments?
Sure. Maybe. Come on. Let's see. Yeah, the first today is OG Picker. What's up, man? We have the Albatross in there in the house. We have Country Girl. How's it going? And I know 9 Volt is in there. Miss Pixelot, Sue S, Joseph Hare, the Green Mountain Pickers in there in the house. And hopefully I didn't miss anybody, but yeah, that's all that's in the chat anyway.
If you have any questions, get them in. I do know Joy of Jim Sky Joy, Joni Kramer, sorry, said that she could be watching that. She can be on her iPad, so she wouldn't get a comment. So hi, Joni.
Hello. What's up?
So CSA, what about Twitter? Have you been able to learn since you've been doing all this? Hiatus from Facebook.
Well, I started asking my kids originally to show me how to use Twitter, and they thought that was funny. I guess they thought a mom didn't have no business on Twitter. So when they wouldn't show me how to do it, well, actually, I've done a couple of things on there trying to tweak. My son was saying, "Oh no, you got to move. You got to put a space between the two words and between the hashtag." And because at the time I was trying to learn how to use hashtags, that was kind of new for me. And so anyway, what I have really learned is that I can use Twitter to bring sales to my eBay shop. And how I do that is not necessarily because I tweeted an item from my store and that person saw it and went and bought it from actually seeing it on Twitter, but actually it creates movement in your store, enough movement that if a person is searching for your item, if you can get it to the top of the search engine on eBay, that's the key there, where that person's going to see it, and actually you get it in front of that customer, then they're going to buy it. I have a little example that I'm going to show you right quick. If you don't mind, I'll go ahead and pull that up now and show you that picture. Oh, I forgot to do a screen share. That's really good. Okay. Can you see this?
Yep.
Okay. This item is no longer available at the moment. There's 14,438 views on this item. Now, when I tweeted the item, I actually put this in my photos section. I think I mentioned this to you, Sean, that if you click on the Photos tab in Twitter, you will create your listing right there and have to upload the picture yourself. Instead of going to eBay and clicking share there, you'll actually go to Twitter and do it there. So go to Photos section, create your listing, and what I did is right here I put a hashtag right here in front of the Dodge, hashtag in front of SRT, hashtag in front of Hellcat. Now this is an eBay listing I'm showing you, but I'm just going to tell you what happened here. So what happens is when somebody goes to Twitter and goes to the search engine, I'll show you that in a minute, and they type it in, say they typed in hashtag SRT, my listing would come up because they're searching for everything with that hashtag SRT. Okay, well, normally I will put, if I was searching for this, I put hashtag SRT, hashtag t-shirt. That's actually what I'm looking for. And so all of that will come up. Well, of course, this is going to come up. They're going to be able to see my item. So that's one reason why you use hashtags, in case there's somebody on there looking for a specific item, and that way they can click on your link and go buy it. The other way is creating a sale without actually a customer seeing it, is actually getting enough views here to where you're at the top of the search engine. And I stayed there for the longest time. As you look, there's 56 people right here watching it. And I still want to tell you that those 56 people were still there when the listing went off. It was on sale. And I don't know if those 56 people decided they didn't want it or what happened, but there's still 56 watchers. If I say what I really think happened, a lot of people are going to disagree, but I think that somewhere along the line that my listing got hidden because I was getting too many hits. Okay, so what I did this month was I created this listing again, and I have run it for 10 days, and I'm willing to pay, of course, looking at the price of it, I'm willing to pay 20 cents for another listing. That's fine if I had to, but I don't have to because I got 150 free listings. But I am listing this for 10 days, and then I'm going to pay, but because I want to see how many watchers I get. Right now I got 8 watchers, and I'm just going to see how many of the 8 watchers actually buy it. So I'm just kind of experimenting with this right now. But I'm at the top of the search engine because of all the views. These are not people who through Twitter actually clicked on it and looked at the shirt, but people who just tweeted it. That's actually people who actually tweeted it, because every tweet shows up as a view on eBay. Okay, so that's how that's done. And I was going to share this one more thing here.
Well, while you're doing that, we have a question from 9Volt who asks, do you tweet to your own page with those hashtags? Now, I'm assuming you're talking about your own Facebook page.
Well, I'm putting them in my photo section because I have developed a following of people, and that's very important that you do this. I'm just going to show this to them. This says, can y'all see this? Daily tweeting list?
Not yet.
Not yet. I see Sean still. So.
Oh, I wonder what happened.
You have to click on the tab that you want, or the W down there.
Yeah. Can you see it now?
Nope.
Nope.
That's weird.
It worked earlier.
It did work earlier, didn't it? Let me try that one more time. Full screen. Can you see it now?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so I have like probably 150 people on this tweeting list. Most of these people you see on here, in fact, all of these people on this list and there's about 150. These people are resellers, or they are selling something. They're not necessarily eBay. They could be Etsy, or they may have their own Facebook page or their own website. So I tweet their products. In return, they're tweeting my products. And what they're doing, most of them, are they go into my photo section and they're tweeting there. They're not necessarily going to my Twitter wall. Well, some of them go and they will retweet something that I have already tweeted. That I really don't want them to do, because those are my people that I tweeted for. I want them to come over to my photo section. I want them to tweet my product, because that's why I'm there. And so what happens is those people who are willing to tweet my products, they get put on a list, and I tweet them every single day. And as I tweet them, I will take them and I will put a little highlight here on their name, so I know that I tweeted them for the day. And I go through all 150 people. They're all in alphabetical order, and the first alphabetical list right here are my top tweeters. There's probably about, I would say probably about 30 of them, okay? And then I start over. These are my least ones here. But every single one of them, if they give me a tweet that is a tweet of my own product, I will give them a tweet back. And normally I try to tweet them at least 2 for my one. That's just the way it goes with me. And so I'm here all day long. You can do it the way you want to do it. This is just, what I have found that works for me. I have some people that'll tweet 5 or 6 of my personal products, and then I'll go and I'll tweet that many of theirs. But it's because they know I'm going to do it. And that's how you develop followers right there. And you actually will notice after a while that those people were actually missing, that they haven't tweeted in a while. I just recently hired a man also to tweet for me. I pay $20 every 3 months. He's going to tweet at least 3 times a day, I think it is. We were tweeting back and forth for each other anyway. I just decided to pay him to do it because he has a tweeting service. He's a very nice gentleman. He is very ethical with his business, and so I went ahead and I signed up. And he's called Liberty Tweeting Services. And if you're interested, you can just let me know sometime or other. I was going to show you right quick when I talked about the hashtag. When you go up here, can y'all see the screen?
Yep.
Okay. When you come up here, and if I type in hashtag, and I type in, let's just say Dodge and hashtag SRT, I'm going to hit the enter button. I'm going to see if my shirts come up here.
Well, while you're doing that, we have a question from Sue S. What result has this tweeting had with your sales?
Well, I'll show you my sales report in just a few minutes. But I was telling Chris and Sean, I have not been able to get over $800 a month. Now, we hit the 1,700 mark, and I just started eBay in August. And so that was like a lot, for us. Now, this is not all profit because, you have fees and all that in there. We have material costs. And that's where I need to work on a profit and loss. But anyway, through the year, I've been trying, this year, trying to get my sales past $800, and I've had a really hard time. So in March, I left Facebook, and I started to learn how to do Twitter. Since then, for June, we were at $1,731, if I'm not mistaken. And then this month, we're at over $2,000, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But if you see the screen right here, can y'all see this?
Yep.
Okay. This is my listing right here. And it's got the hashtags and all. So if somebody's looking for those particular description, they might be looking for a car. Okay, that's fine. But in the meantime, you see the little icons right here? It looks like T-shirts. That's done with an Apple iPhone. Okay, and that's one thing I like about the Apple iPhone is they have the little icons you can use. I'm going to be going to a Note 4 here shortly, and I'm hoping that they have something similar. If not, I'll probably use the iPhone just to tweet when I'm at home. Okay, so that's how that works. The other thing I can show you is that, let me get my, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I am CSA Pickers, CSA Mountain Pickers, sorry. Right here is where I'm talking about the photos and videos. Can y'all still see this?
Yep.
Okay. You got to click on photos and videos and make sure that that tab is flat right here. Then you go up here to the tweet, and you're going to type in, let's just say I'm going to do hashtag Dodge, hashtag SRT. Anyway, I'm going to fill it all out, and I'll do my T-shirt, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm also going to put my eBay address. Now, it's going to be too long, and you don't get very many characters. So if you go to Google's your URL shortener, you can shorten it up and then copy and paste it in here. I hope that y'all are following me on that. Once you hit the tweet button, it will actually stay in your photo section instead of over here in your tweets. If you put it in your tweets and you're not in the photo section, when you're tweeting other people, your tweets go way down the list, and somebody would have to go way down here in order to find your tweet, and you don't really want them to have to do that. There is another program that you can get also. I'm not going to tell y'all about that one tonight, but there's a program you can use where you could just click on the tweet buttons in this program, and it'll just tweet it for you, and it'll end up on your page. You can click 5 or 6 of them, you know, of your products, and leave them there, and then tweet for somebody else, and maybe tweet 3 or 4 of their items, then come back and tweet more of yours. But that's just another program. Anyway, and you get one item that you can actually post like a clipboard here. It's pinned at the top. Okay, so you see the one I've got here. So anyway, that's how to do that. It'll stay in your photo section if you start in the photo section and hit the, do a tweet with the tweet button here. If you go to eBay and you hit the tweet on your product in eBay, it's going to go to your tweet wall here, not in the photo section. And every time you like a video, whether you know it or not, if you're on Twitter, it's going right here to your photo section so people can tweet that. So.
Well, we have a comment from Brian, the Albatross, following your tweet, Sonja. And we have a question from 9Volt asking you link to a specific listing to your tweet.
Do I link a specific?
Like on your shirt that you were just showing. When you do the link, do you link that specific listing?
Yes. Give me 1 minute. Let me tell them to get the baby. 1 moment.
Okay. Anybody new, Sean? In the comments?
Yep, Dirt and Rust came in. And Angie, of course. Angie stopped in, saying hello.
I see a comment from Miss Pixelot saying that she roll on a photo app. Twitter is not just done on phones. She doesn't know crap about Twitter. See? That's why we're trying to help you learn there, Miss Pixelot.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. See, we already have one person that says they know crap about Twitter. So the more you can tell us, the better.
Okay, that's cool. Well, I didn't either, but I can tell you that I'm getting anywhere from 4 to 8 sales a day. And if it's okay with you, I will show them that sales report here right quick.
Okay with me. As long as everybody's happy and learning and.
Or did I already say this one out? Showed that one.
Jeff David.
Oh, God. Now I got dogs hollering.
Jeff
sorry,
Davidson said he's tweeting right now in his underwear.
I saw that.
Hey, he's one of my followers. We tweet back and forth for each other. Okay. Can y'all see the box here?
Yep.
Okay. Last month I was at 1,700 and something, and this month 142 items and $2,734. And I was telling them I had maybe one sale come in afterwards because eBay's time and my time is 3 hours different. So anyway, also didn't tell y'all, but or maybe I did, that I have over 600 and something thousand listings that eBay has given us, so I'll never have to ask them for another one again. And then they also, I forget what I got. I forget how many thousand free listings I have up until the end of August. Did anybody else get that?
Nope.
I just got that one this morning. So we'll work on a lot of those listings. Like I said, the variations on the T-shirts cause it to look like I've got a lot, like you said, like I think it was like over 2,000 listings a while ago, but I actuality only have like 290 something, I think it is. So, or whatever I showed y'all, Sean, I don't even remember because I don't hardly keep up with how many listings I have. Oh yeah, the other key thing I want to tell you is that we showing that type of income, we did not list anything until the end of this month. I think like the 28th or 29th, my husband had listed 3 items, so that had nothing to do with the income because we didn't get a sell-off, none of that. So it is true that the more you list, the more money you make. That's very true, and you hear that in all the circles, and that's very true. But we didn't do that in order to make these sales. You have to create movement in your store, and whether that's changing titles, whether it's tweeting, and whatever form of advertisement that you do use, you need to make sure that you're doing it every day. It has to be consistent. And I know you've probably heard that as well. You don't have to use Twitter if you don't want to, but I'm not having too much luck with Facebook right now. I do have a Facebook page, CSA Pickers. I try to list some stuff on there, but I haven't learned yet how to drive that traffic to Facebook yet. And I'm probably not going to ask somebody how to do it or probably search out how to do that. I'm probably just going to try to find my own way like I did with Twitter. Everybody's business is different. But I do believe Twitter will work for you. I don't believe that you have to put 100 items in your store, so.
We got a question from Steven Scroggins asking, but do you get a lot of guest buyers from the, I guess he's asking how your follow through is for sales using Twitter.
I don't know how many of those people actually are people that found me on Twitter. Every now and again I will ask somebody, how did you find out about us? And majority, and I probably never had them tell me anything different, was that they were at the search engine and typed it in and found me. There again, you might have not heard me cover this earlier, that if you're tweeting and your items, they're going to that photo section and they're clicking on your product, okay, not hitting your retweets. A retweet, when I say retweet, they're going to the other tab where it says tweets, and those are the tweets that you actually retweeted on somebody else's page, somebody else's products. You don't want your followers to go there and the only thing they do is just click on those tweets and just retweet those. You want them to go to your photo section, like I said, because what that is doing is when they're clicking on your products in the photo section, it is creating a view every time in eBay. And little by little by little, what's happening is your item is going more and more and more to the top. So, and I know this for a fact because I have been doing a search in eBay, and mine goes down and it goes back up, and it goes down and it goes back up. So I have to keep working on, you have to keep it refreshed, your listings in your photo section. You can't just leave that item just sit there either. You want to create something that looks like, I don't know what, everybody sells different things, but like with my t-shirt situation, I'll let that run a couple of days and then I will run another one maybe with a different shirt. You want to give them 3 or 4 items to click on because, hey, while they're there, let them get it while the getting's good. You might find people like I do that will tweet more than one of your items. They might click on 3 or 4 of your items. And, I don't know if this is just, I don't think it's just specific for the store. I think it's specific for the item tweets. Because I'm running a store sale right now, and I have sold a few other products, but not as much as I am the shirt. So I have to say that I'm blaming it on Twitter because I can't find any other way that this could be happening. It's just working. Try it. It's not going to hurt to try it. If you have questions, you can always contact me on Facebook or, you know, contact me through the messages on Twitter. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions about that.
Sue S. wants to know, what kind of things do you sell?
The majority of my items are geared towards the car enthusiasts. I guess I can show you a couple. I said I wasn't sure I was going to show these, but I guess I will. I really don't advertise. If you look on my wall, you won't see this. If you go to CSA Pickers on Facebook, you'll see it. This is one of the shirts. And these are our designs, but we're getting licensed for a lot of our products as well. So that's one of those, come in various colors. Uh-oh, just lost it on the floor. And the first shirt I showed you is like a $20 shirt on sale. It's $22 for small to extra large, and then you have $24.95 for a 2X, and then a $26.75, I think it is, for the 3X. So, and then let's see what else I can show them. This is another one of my hot sellers. This is a Challenger RT. And then we get different versions, like they want RT8 on it, and we kind of will actually let them, you know, do some custom stuff on there if they want to. But those are all done with vector images. It's nothing that's there's no screen printing done. So in case you wonder, in case you're thinking that's high dollar for a shirt, yes it is, but it's a vinyl material and it's very, very expensive. So it's not. It's one of these shirts that won't fade, and your shirt will rot away before the design will. So yeah, that's the majority of what we sell.
We have another question here from Ms. Pixelat. She's asking, clicking that little button on top of each listing on the right side, Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, and tweeting hashtags with that isn't enough?
Well, okay, so you're talking about hitting the share on when you're in eBay?
Yes.
Okay. What happens with those tweets is they go to the body of your wall, kind of like a Facebook wall. You saw the word tweets a while ago instead of the, okay, you have tweets, and then let me look right quick. You got tweets, then you got tweets and replies, and then you have photos and videos. So what happens is in eBay, when you click on that share and you hit the Twitter to tweet it, it goes to your tweets. It doesn't go to the photo section. So, okay, here's what people believe. They believe that when they go into eBay and they tweet all their products, that it somehow or another is doing something. Well, it's not. You're just tweeting it and it's just sitting there, because tell me who's looking at it. If you're not tweeting for somebody else, trust me, they're not interested in you. They're not interested in your products. They're not interested in coming to your wall. In fact, I'm going to tell you what happens on Twitter. If you have a following and you start tweeting all these items just for yourself and they don't see where you have tweeted for anybody else, they will not even mess with you. They go somewhere else. And that's just the way it is, because their philosophy is pretty much is that if you want a follower to tweet for you, that you'll tweet for them. And I have watched a lot of my friends now, they quit selling for right now. They quit tweeting their own items, and they're doing something totally different. They're going to their photo section, and if you look in my photo section, you will see that a few people there. They won't all be my products, but it'll be somebody else's products, and it'll have their name there. And the reason being is those people tweet probably 3 or 4 times a day for me. That is no lie. I have one person on there, and I don't mind telling you, her name's Dream Quest. I think it's 5757, maybe on eBay. But she's there all the time, And like I said, Liberty Retweeting, he's there. I have another girl, Miro, and another girl named Mako. I can name you some people. See, I've never met these people. Probably never even talked to them, but I can tell you who they are. And I can tell you what kind of tweeting person that they are, because I'm there every day, and I see what they do. And when you develop that, it's like developing a relationship with somebody and never talking to them. You just kind of understand that language, you know, of doing for one another. You know, it's all about helping somebody else in order for you to get help. And now I believe that some people are trying to develop these thousands and thousands of following so that later on they can finally start reselling, you know, and then they've got a bigger audience. And it's possible to get a lot of followers, and you can follow anybody you want to. You can get thousands of followers, but I think I'm almost at 5,000. I might be already broke 5,000. I don't know. But I would much rather have a group of quality followers and know that they're going to tweet for me than just have that number up there, because you can have thousands of people who never tweet for you. I mean, there's a thing that goes around right now that says tweet back, follow back, and all they're doing is just following each other. But there again, like I said, I want somebody to actually tweet for me, and I'm willing to tweet for them. So if you go and you tweet one of my other people's items that are on my tweet page, then I'm going to go to your page and I'm going to tweet somebody else's. If you go to my photo section and you tweet my product, I'm going to go to your photo section and look for your product, or I'm going to go down your wall and I'm going to try like I don't know what to look for your product so I can tweet your product and not somebody that you tweeted for. And I know that probably don't make any sense to the average person out there that's not using Twitter, but it will later on. Okay, so
we have a couple of questions. One from Albatross. How did you get the Google link for your tweets?
How did I get Google in?
The Google link. Where you were using you were talking about the shortener?
No. It's just type in your search engine, GOO.GL. I think that's all you have to type in. I don't even think you have to do .com on the end. If you just type that in, you'll see the list come up and it'll say Google URL shortener. Yeah. And what you'll do there when that page loads, I should have probably done this for you. If y'all want me to show you, I can do that.
Sure.
I'll screen share just right quick so I can show you how to do that. Okay, if you type that in, GOO.GL, comes up Google URL shortener. And let's just say, let me go over here and get an item. Let's say that I want to share this particular item. Now, you know what? This is a sold item, so that's not going to work. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to try to do it. Go up to the top, click on it, right-click, and copy. Then go to your Google URL shortener, right-click inside, and choose paste. And then click shorten URL. Now, the only thing you're going to do is you can do the Control-C to copy it, or you can right-click and you can copy. Over here, you see all of them. This is the one I just created. And if you just click on it, it'll show you what the item is for that address. So if you come back later on, Google actually keeps a record of these on the page for you. Another one of mine, this one says 10 days ago. This is another product right here. So I can just come back and visit the page, right-click and copy for my next one. And there again, you want to use this for the photo section of your Twitter. Can't stress that enough because.
And that's another question we had. Treasured Vision, she came in a little late, and she says, photo section, did I miss something? So if you want to do another screen share again and show the photo section on the Twitter account.
Okay. Okay. Can y'all see this?
Yep.
Okay. This is your tweet section, which is where in eBay, if you're on the eBay page, if you are also, let me cover this, if you are in Etsy and you click the Twitter button there to tweet your item, it is going to end up on your Twitter wall. It's going to end up down here. And after you have tweeted for other people, it's going to cover it up because it's going to go further down the page. Now, some people might not be like me. I'll just do this number right here, and I'll just keep going down the page, and it'll keep loading. But anyway, I'll keep going down the page until I find your item, your products, so I can hunt something to tweet, rather than click items that you've tweeted for somebody else. I think that's very unfair to do that. If you've got somebody, like I said, that's tweeting for you, tweeting your products, then you should at least tweet their products. Okay. So, but it's okay to do that after you've tweeted their products, because we all want to gain other followers, and this is how you do that, is to tweet their tweets here. I'm just saying that you should tweet their products first. Okay, so that's how you do that. I mean, that's how that one works. Now, if you go to your photo section, sorry, my computer is slow. If you go to the photo section, as long as that tab is up and you click the tweet button here, you can fill this out, go to the Google shortener, shorten your URL in there, then right click and paste it. I should have done that, but anyway. And then you're going to hit the tweet button. That's going to end up in your photo section. And that is important because every time that a person, for people who are experienced on Twitter and who usually tweet a lot, they're going to come to your photo section and look for your products first. So you you look at my wall. This is my photo wall, I call it. And I have, what, 3-4 sets of t-shirts, but then I have a lady who does recipes, a girl who does coupons, one that does jewelry, another one that does, okay, I'm just going to keep on going. Now, why do I have these people? Like I said earlier, it's because they tweet all the time for me. And they've been faithful about being here even when I haven't been here. And this is Dream Chest right here. She sells a lot of stuffed animals on eBay. Anyway, here's another one. This one here. This one here is here all the time. I have another lady that actually does what they call a mention, and this was she does it every single night after midnight right here. And so she actually has a link back, a link to my eBay store. So anyway, that's why they're on my wall. They're special because they have been there a long time, you know, tweeting for me. So that's why you want it to be in your photo section, and I think that you need 3 or 4 because this will have the green. Once they've tweeted one time for you and they come back the next day, it'll be green and they won't be able to retweet unless they do it like Etsy and they remove the tweet and then tweet it again. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. If I can find a product, you know, on there. But the main thing is just getting it on the wall there for somebody else to retweet it or whatever if they want to. There again, I'm not working on all that. I'm just worried myself about eBay search engine. That's why I'm doing it. I'm not so much worried about the people, you know, I want the retweets just for that. I'm not worried about people buying from me on Twitter. That may happen. It's probably not going to happen. How many times have you gotten sales by just tweeting your item over to from eBay to Twitter? I would really like somebody to tell me that. I just don't. I have never had this happen. I'm not saying it cannot happen because I'm sure, you know, like with the product that I sell, it's be pretty popular. But unless they go up here and they do the hashtag SRT, Dodge, whatever, to find one of these, they're not out there looking for it. They're not buying from me. Okay, so I guess my only help is to make sure that I'm at the top of the search engine. Can y'all see this screen right quick? Because I'm going to show you something else. Okay, so I don't know where I'm at right now, so I'm going to check it right quick. I'm going to type in SRT T-shirt, and I might not be able to come up by just putting that 1 in there. And I wonder if everybody else's shows up like this too. There I am. See? That's as close as I expect to be. I'm what, number 4? Hold on. 5, maybe 6. Let's see. My computer is very slow. 6, 7. I'm number 7. And it says 3+ watching. And if there's me again, right there in the orange, because I have variations of the product. And then if I was to go in there and I add, let's see, let me go type in Challenger t-shirt. I'm not sure where I'm at with this one, but I'm not even sure I really. There I am, I'm number 1. How about that? That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that. But that's the black shirt I just showed you. You won't be able to see that if I show it to you because I got it on screen share. But anyway, so that's this shirt right here. So I'm number 1 on there. So there's no way else I can describe this to you or explain it, but it had to be Twitter. There's my other shirt right there. It's sitting at 5. Oh, I see somebody's got a design similar, but they got a straight one. Yeah, I do look at that too to see if anybody copied my designs because these are our designs ourselves. But there's another one of ours. There's another one of ours. I don't know how much more convincing it could be. There's another one of ours. There's another one of ours.
Well, we're getting quite a few questions coming in, so if you don't mind, I'm going to start reading some off to you.
Sure.
Brooke Slime wants to know, how do you get your items photos under the photo tab, which I think you basically covered when you just showed it.
Yeah, they maybe come in too late. I'll do that right quick. I'll make it really quick here. You're going to go over here to Twitter, and you're going to click on the tab right here. Hopefully you can see it. You got tweets and replies, and you got photos and videos. You're going to click the photos and videos tab. And as long as that tab is open, you can click the tweet button, and you can do your hashtag. And you want to hashtag stuff like if you were selling jeans, and they were men's jeans, and they were, let's just say they're Levi's, you would do hashtag men's, hashtag Levi's, hashtag jeans. And I would leave it at that and whatever else in the description. You can even copy and paste this from your listing from eBay, but remember, you only have a certain amount of characters. Okay? And each one of those hashtags are going to count as a character. And then you're going to hit tweet, and it's going to land right there in your photos and videos. That's where it'll be. I don't want to go through actually listing one because this is just as simple as to tell you.
And then we have a question from Joseph Hare and Sue S. basically asking the same question. How many hours in a week are you tweeting? And Sue's question is, how much time do you spend on Twitter each day?
Well, here's what I do, and then I'll tell you what you could do to get by with not doing what I'm doing. If you don't really like it too much, I happen to love Twitter. I enjoy Twitter. For some reason, I feel very addicted to it now because I guess it's because no matter where I'm at, that cha-ching is going off and it's driving me. It's like calling me to Twitter every time I hear the cha-ching because I know it's working. And so when I was telling them that when I go out to a restaurant, sometimes I'm still sitting there trying to eat dinner and tweeting at the same time. Or maybe if I'm waiting on my food. I probably don't do it while I'm eating. I probably spend, here lately, I would say I've probably spent 8 to 10 hours a day messing around with that, but looking at different programs at the same time or hunting people's items. That's why I'm telling y'all now to put it in your photo section because it's very frustrating. Not everybody is going to have the patience to go down that tweet wall and look for your products. The most important part is to make sure it's in the photo section because that's where most experienced Twitter tweeters or whatever is going to go and look for. You're going to look in that section. What you can do is, I'm going to cover this one more time. I'm going to show this to you. Is you can make your list. These people like I was telling them, they tweet for me on a regular basis, and they tweet almost every day. If they don't, I'm going to take them off the list anyway, because I'm not going to waste my time. And I'm real patient with that, so that I realize that life happens. So if it's been 4 or 5 days and I haven't seen them, I'll probably be looking on their wall to see if I happen to miss them tweeting for me. Okay, I won't just jump to the conclusion that they didn't, because that notification bar up there don't always work. This is to make sure I cover the most important people, is to actually put their names and put their Twitter addresses here in a Word, in Microsoft Word, or you can do it in, well, not Notepad, because it's not going to show a hyperlink. There's another one on there, a WordPad. It usually comes standard with the Windows computers. Okay, so I don't have to spend all day. Like, I could just hold the control key down and click here, and it'll bring up the page, and I could just click on one item, okay, and be done with this 150 names in no time. But I really don't want to do that, because there's some special people on here that tweet 4 or 5 of my items at a time. So I'm going to do the same thing for them. So I'll spend extra time, and I always try to give more than what somebody else gives me. And it might seem at first like, man, I'm just doing all the work, and they're not. Well, it just takes time sometimes for them to catch on. Sometimes you're going to get those people that go to your tweet wall there instead of your photo section, and they'll tweet somebody that you've already tweeted and not tweeted your product, and you're going to get pretty upset about that, especially when you sat there all day and you've worked hard. But remember this, I can't give you the exact amount of time somebody needs to click on your product to get it to the top of the search engine. Nobody will ever know how eBay really works, and I'll never know how I got that one item there. I don't even know. I don't even think that wasn't even on my photo section, I don't think. But somebody out there is tweeting that, or it wouldn't be there. It couldn't get there. So you might not work as hard as what I did. You might not need to. But like I said, I'm doing that because I enjoy it, and I depend on it for a living, and I have to do it. So I feel like this is my kind of like my job. But thank God I enjoy it. But I did go fishing. I was telling him I went fishing the other day. But I kind of got aggravated because the internet connection wasn't so great, and I couldn't fish and tweet at the same time. So, okay, you can probably go overboard a little bit, but I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying that it's fun. I enjoy it, and sometimes people will. I've made friends with a couple of people. They've sent messages, and we've talked back and forth. And it's nice. I just really don't kind of get too personal. There's a lot of authors, book writers on there. You'll find out that a lot of book writers want you to tweet their books on Amazon. I'm not into horror movies. There's a whole lot of things I'm not into. I'm not into politics with nobody. You will not see that. I don't have discussions about stuff like that, because that's my own personal stuff and my own personal beliefs, and I just kind of don't do that because it just causes a lot of drama, and I'm not into that. So I kind of, yes, I'm finding out that some people will leave you if you tweet items that they don't agree with. Now, I don't agree with some other things, and those other things I probably am not going to tweet, but although I don't do the horror movies, I don't watch that kind of stuff, there are some book authors on there that I do promote. I'm actually probably not even reading exactly what that book is all about. Somebody even invited me for a free ebook, but I'm probably not going to read it because, you know, but I still am going to tweet for them because they tweet for me. That's the whole name of the game, like I said. So just got to be careful. One guy got mad at me and told me that, I forget what he called me, what it was, because there's a guy with a store, a guy was tweeting for bulge underwear or something, and it showed this guy had more than a six-pack, and I mean he had dropped his jean shorts and had his bulge underwear, and I'm an older woman. I was in still, I guess everybody thought that I was tweeting that because I thought the man looked good, and this guy said something that I was exploiting him. And anyway, so you know what I had to do? I had to hit that block button, y'all, because I just don't get into, you know, you just can't. You know, it's all business.
Well, we have quite a few more questions. One from Durban Rust. Do you get your T-shirts printed locally, or do you order them online?
They're not printed. We don't use any inks whatsoever. This is actually a vinyl material that we order, and it's very expensive. I actually right now have been buying shirts at Hobby Lobby because they're cheaper, but they're not quite as cheap as going somewhere else and getting you a supplier. You have to have a license normally to get a supplier to supply you with shirts that are cheap, because you can usually get a white T-shirt for, I don't know, I'm going to say probably about $1.75 to $1.90 maybe, somewhere in there. So that lets you know what the markup is at Walmart. So you're killing your profit if you have to go to Walmart. But we do sometimes for the convenience. But Hobby Lobby is a good place to go to. And Gildan is the only thing that I sell. Gildan does not, you can stretch it a little bit. It doesn't shrink. They're pre-shrunk. It's a high quality tee. I just can't tell my customers that a medium or a large, whatever, is going to fit them when they get it if I buy a BPT or one of those. See, I can buy a 6.1 Gildan high cotton shirt, and I won't have to worry about my customers say, well, this shirt here doesn't fit me. You know, it's you know how some things just is according to the type of manufacturer, yeah. You know, so everybody's got their own dye lots as far as dyes are concerned, and colors just as well as they do how the item actually is going to fit them when you get it.
One of the other questions we have is from OG Picker. Yes, can you do the same thing for Amazon FBA?
Am I doing anything on Amazon?
Well, can you do the same thing, meaning use the pictures and tweet?
Yes.
Amazon FBA.
Yes, very good. Make sure you follow me so I can tweet for you.
And Ms. Pixela asks, are you photo tweeting every item you list, or a certain amount, like no more than 5 a day, even though you are listing 20 that day?
The program that I use, I could just click on the button and it just sends it over there. I wasn't going to get into this deep, but if you got time, I'll just tell you a little bit more. If I'm going to tweet from eBay and I'm going to let it land on my wall, then I'm probably going to need to do, I'm going to probably do 3 or 4 items, and then I'm going to go over and I'm going to tweet probably about 4 or 5 people, and I'm going to go back again to eBay and I'm going to tweet from there again, if that's what I'm going to do. But now this program I was telling y'all about, it's on the other computer, unfortunately. It will allow you just to click the tweet button, okay, and it goes directly over there. Whereas eBay, I have to put my hashtags in. Again, hashtags are really good. Like I said, I hope you caught the beginning of the program, because if someone is actually going to search for your item on Twitter, they'll use a hashtag. A lot of people who may find my item, like I said, is typing the hashtag with something that's for a car, okay? So I have all these car enthusiasts who would be finding my T-shirt just because they're looking for a car, in other words, because I use the hashtag. But you'll want to just try it, you know, see how many that you actually need to tweet in between your followers' tweets, because they will look down your wall, and if you don't keep them spaced out too much, at least they can find the product. That was my whole point about putting it in the photo section, so they wouldn't have to look for it. I hope that's understood. I hope I explained that good enough for y'all to understand why you put it in the photo section opposed to.
I am understanding. I'm hoping everybody else is. We have a question from William Porter. He says, CSA, are you promoting items only within your niche or using it for all products you sell? What do you think the difference is for a niche seller compared to one who sells a little of everything?
Well, I said too in the beginning of the program that I sold a few items in my sale since I guess it was the beginning of the month. Actually, no, it was 2 weeks ago that I started this sale, and it runs till the 4th. coming up. It'll be ending. I've sold a few things. Actually, I sold a silk geometric looking shirt. It shocked the crap out of me because it was a rubber stock. It's not really a name brand thing, you know, and it'd been there since, gosh, I guess right after we started eBay. And I had talked about taking a few of these items and putting them out in the yard sale because they hadn't sold. And the doggone thing, I think I had it out there for $12 one time on eBay. You know, I've knocked the prices down just trying to get rid of it. And I had a Ralph Lauren shirt that I think I had it for like $10.99. You know, the sucker just wouldn't sell, so I said, well, the heck with it. I'm just not going to mess with it. And I hadn't tweeted that. Somehow or another, that ended up selling, both those items. But now, I had one shirt. No, I had a pair of pants that I was using a hashtag with the word golf. And that pretty much could have caused somebody to go into my store to see if I had any golf items. That's very possible. And unless you ask your customer, you're not really going to know. I've even thought about messaging my customers and tell them, you know, if you will be willing to, I don't know if eBay has anything for this. I haven't looked at it, but I would like to get feedback. Like, I'll give you $1 if you're willing to tell me how you found the item that you purchased from us. You know, marketing, that's research right there. It's marketing research. I mean, you can take that all in your taxes as well. You know, it's investing in your business. It's good to know. And another thing we were talking about tonight is maybe, I don't know if eBay has the coupon codes or not. I know that Etsy does. Those people that you want to be your repeat customers, maybe give them 10 or 15% off on the next time that they purchase something from your store. So there's all kind of ways, and I have actually asked eBay about getting an email list up from those buyers, and they told me it was okay as long as I wasn't spamming them or they didn't ask me to stop. So there's different ways to approach that. But yeah, I do feel like that I have sold some items, you know, from that. But because there again, whether it's my niche or not, all it's doing is putting you closer to the search engine. For instance, I sell microwave plates. I sell all kinds of different sizes. These. And I sell these huge ones. And you have to pack them really good because they'll break. But so I've tweeted those, and I don't believe that anybody bought one of those because they saw that tweet. But I do believe that that item went to closer to the top of the search engine, and there was somebody looking for that item and seen it. And that's how that's happening with the shirts. Same way. It doesn't matter whether it's a niche or not. If somebody is looking for that item, you want it to be as close to the top as you can get it so they can find it. Exactly.
Last question I'm seeing here is also from Ms. Pixelot. She's saying high view score equals more interest equals higher standing in Cassini search. Is this the purpose?
I'm not sure I understand.
It's basically what you just said. High view score equals more interest equals higher standing in Cassini search. Is this the purpose?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. That's the whole purpose for the tweeting right there. Is just to get you up in the search engine. If you get the sales along the way because somebody read your tweet, that's awesome. But hey, most of the time you're clicking on those tweets, you're not really reading everything about that tweet. Now I do kind of scan mine because I want to make sure I don't tweet certain things. So, but most of the people, they could care less. They're just tweeting and going on. Okay, so yeah, it's just so you can get to the top of the search engine. And it's not like it's hard work, you know. And if you're on a smartphone, it's very, very fast to do it that way. And Sean, if you don't mind. Chris, if you don't mind, I'm sorry. If you don't mind, I'll tell y'all about one more thing. This is to do with Etsy. I want to show you a program for those Etsy shop owners out there. I want to show you a little nifty thing. We may be able to use this for eBay if you copy it and maybe put it in Excel. for a spreadsheet. There's an inventory sheet here. That's all. Can you see this?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to spell this for y'all, or maybe one of y'all can type this in on YouTube there so they can see it. It's CR8, that's the number 8, TIVITY.com, creativity.com. And this guy has wrote this program, and he just accepts donations if you want to give him something. He wrote a pretty nifty program. I'm going to type my store in here. Now I'm Infinity Signs 2 in CSA Pickers here, but I'm just going to put Infinity Signs 2 in here. Hopefully it'll come up. It's going to show me everything that's in my store. Or no, it's not going to show me everything in my store. It's going to show me, this is for flyers. I know eBay's got one, but theirs seemed to be a little bit harder to me to actually figure out. This shows my banner. This is for a single flyer, a multi-product flyer, and then inventory helper right here. So it says that this inventory helper is an Excel file download of your current listings as it is returned by the Etsy API. You can open it in MS Excel or OpenOffice, which is OpenOffice is a free program, by the way. Excellent program. It contains the columns, listings, ID, the state, title, creation date, number of views, the price, expiration date, quantity, section title, sold, listing fee, selling fee, shipping fee, and date sold. Use it to keep track of your inventory. So that's excellent for Etsy shop owners. If you want to create a flyer, it'll allow you to create 4 items for a flyer. And so you're just going to select the listing for each one. I'm just going to select something here so I can just show you. And then you're going to click the, let's see, you can choose MS Word or Acrobat PDF format. I'm not sure if he's got, I was saying something earlier about him not having Acrobat on here. I will see. There you go. And then you print this off for your customers. And like us, I mean, I don't know, here again, this is for the niche market here, but I would probably go to a car show and hand these out. So I can gain some customers, you know, that are local. But this would be really good for you to put in your orders when your customers buy from you. And if your banner looks the same on eBay as it does Etsy, you could use this. You know what? You really can't, because at the bottom here, when I get down here, it actually has your Etsy shop address on it. So it is for Etsy. Now you could always white this out at the bottom if you wanted to, and you could write it in, and you could, or if you got a typewriter, you could type it in old-fashioned way, and you could put your phone number, and it's frozen up here. Oh, I bet my screen is frozen up. Oh, here we go. Did y'all see the? Oh, it's already being bad. So I caused it to close out. Okay, so that was a nifty little tool for Etsy shops. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention too. How much more time do you have,
Well,
Chris?
about 21 minutes or so.
Okay. Here's another neat little thing I'm going to show you as far as making your list. I'm going to share this again. This comes in handy, but I don't know why, but it doesn't show everybody in this list because a lot of people are retweeting other people's tweets or something. You go to, sorry, but my computer's probably going to be slow after all of this. I always have a problem, don't I, y'all, with the computers? Actually, mine crashing them on my son's. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create a list. I'm going to type in my friend's name, Dream Chest. She really like it that I'm bringing up her name. It might be a he. I don't know. It's maybe a he and a she. I'm not sure. I think it's a he and a she. I think they work together on eBay. Okay, so creating a list. Right here, this little sprocket looking thing. You click on that. And you go down to add or remove from list. These are all my lists right here. And I got one called Tweet Daily List. And it's locked because I do not share that with everybody. These other ones are open and anybody can subscribe to these lists if they want to. But anyway, this is one of them that I look at after I'm done with that list because I can get through it pretty quick. Then I can go here and I can go through this, through my Tweet Daily List. Now, after I have added, because see, you click on it to add the person, and then you click off. If you want to make a different list, you go down here at the bottom and create a list and type the name of the list, and then you're done. It puts a person in that list. Okay, once you're done with that, go back to your page. When you get back to your page, see, this is list 23. That's because other people have added me to their list. And that's my list as well. So I'm going to click right here on list. And then I'm going to scroll down to Tweet Daily List right here, and I'm going to click on it. And right here is tweets from all those people that I have on that tweet list. It also includes retweeted items. In other words, it's not tweets that they created, it's items that they've tweeted of other people's. You can use this list and just go down this list and keep tweeting. Okay, you can either do it that way, or let me get a tab here. Go here and type in tweet deck. That's TweetDeck.com. The first time you go here, it will ask you for your login information. I don't even know if I needed to put my email in there or not. Let's see. Enter button. Hopefully I did that right. Okay, here's my list. But I have a lot of lists, as you saw. This is if I want to tweet, I can use this box here to make a tweet while I'm in here. It also has sounds you can set up for alerts. Here's my Tweet Daily List here. If I click right here and go up here for the content, I can choose here to show me all the tweets from my followers, or I can go, sorry about that. I can choose down here to exclude the retweets, or I can include them. If I include them, they're showing me everything that my followers have retweeted of other people's. What I do is I normally keep it in excluded, and what that does is I'm going to see now all their new tweets of their own products. By the way, Dawn Hill is a big-time promoter of different people's businesses, and she's the one that promotes me every single night after 12 midnight. So after this, you will see all these people on your list, all those followers. But the problem is, out of that 150 lists that I showed you a few minutes ago, not everybody put out new items today, or they're not making new tweets, let's put it that way, of not just their items, but yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. They're not just doing no just their one-on-one tweets. They're actually probably all retweeting somebody else's, so I don't catch them all. You can't rely on the list here to handle that, to handle your full list of followers is what I'm trying to say. So that's why I created that list in Word. But after I'm done with it, I'll come over here and see if there's any extra things or something I may have missed on their page or whatever. And like, you know, I'll tweet. When I hit retweet, it'll show up right here. It shows me I already tweeted for her. And you just go and I may tweet 4 or 5 items, maybe even more for her. Then you go to the next person. But I normally do at least 2 people. 2 items for them before I actually will go to the next one. Now, see, y'all look at there. He's trying to show off. See, cause fraud right here. Our very own has went and tweeted my shirts. Thank you. So this is your notifications. This tells you who tweeted for you and what they tweeted. Okay. This also has followed you. You can click right here. You can follow them back. So everything's pretty much here. You can go here and add column. Let's just say I want a different list, so I'm going to go to list. Etsy store owners. I want to tweet for my Etsy store owners. So I'm going to add a column. Now I don't have enough room for it all, so it bumps something else over. So you have to, sometimes you have to close up something. Okay. So you can have a few open at a time. You have a whole lot more people over here to tweet for. So, but I am trying to make it just one list over here, my daily list. So I'm not, you know, looking over here. Some of these other people are people that I probably threw off my list because they weren't tweeting for me. That might be another thing. So anyway, that's TweetDeck. Like I said, all you have to do is go to your search engine, type tweetdeck.com, and it will come up, and you just put your Twitter information in there. I use that, like I said, all day long.
Well, we got about 13 minutes, and I don't know if anything going on in the comments, Sean. It doesn't look like it to me.
Nope.
I do want to say that if anybody does try this and you start getting a lot of sales, let me know. I really would like to find out if anybody else is successful with this like we have been. Like I said, we haven't listed to doing this, so we're going to be listing this month though. So try to blow up. Try to at least my goal for this month here is going to be 3,000. Try to get 3,000 or more. So.
Well, we got, like I said, about 17 minutes. So maybe since there's no last minute questions, we can do some. Maybe I'll close down a little bit early on. But now I'm responding to Sean's question that we haven't lost them. So.
So did we lose you all?
Next week we're gonna have Texas Scout Treasures is scheduled to be on. I will be confirming it again during the week to make sure she's gonna be on. And I have surprise on workflow. I'm waiting on a response from somebody I got asked this week also for the 16th. And if we get that person, I will let you all know. So hopefully you have some questions for Sonia before we close out. And Sonia, I want to thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me on. I really do appreciate it. It was good to see y'all again.
And I see Dusty finally admitted that he's made it to the show just when it's near the end. So, Dusty, I'm sure you have a question or two, don't you?
Probably the same ones that she already went over.
And yes, people, I've asked Dusty a couple times, even though he doesn't get back to me so often on Facebook, about coming on the show as well. So, if you want to see Dusty on here, get to him. There you go, there you go.
If they have any questions, like I said, they can message me on Facebook. Um, they'll probably have to find me under my name. No, you can find me CSA Pickers. I do have a CSA Pickers page, so you can contact me there.
Okay, well, since I haven't seen any last minute questions, oh, we got a comment. Rick's line said, I need to go to Twitter University. Dusty says he'll catch the rerun in the full show, and then he'll probably have questions. Well, with all that being said, everybody, I will see you next week. I may do a surprise video during the week. I don't know yet, depending on what I can get going for myself. Sean, thanks again for doing the questions. Didn't get to really talk much
No
again.
problem. It's all right.
And Sonia, thanks again for being on. And we will all see you.
Now I'm having trouble.
Uh-oh. It's frozen. Figures.
And we will see you all during the week. Don't forget, Wednesday night is the Pulse show. And we got Profit Talk Monday night. And then Tuesday night is nothing. And I think Catacombs, what, this week's their bye week or whatever they're doing?
Yeah. Or
And
be back next week.
Friday, so.
Nope.
All right, everybody. See you later.